mainly on the heat shield, which is really why I came out here, is to get rid of the soap that's on the heat shield. Because like I said, the oil that's going to drip on the manifolds themselves is pretty much going to take care of itself. If you've got a lot of oil coming down, then yeah, that may be a problem, but we're talking about an ever so slight leak here. Nothing that's a big deal, but it's just enough where it makes that smell, mainly from the heat shield. So now that that's all taken care of, I'm going to take my bottle that I have here, and I'm simply going to rinse very little bits of water where I've cleaned, and that's just to remove the soap that was on there. These type of water bottles, you don't want to just spray it all at once. It has one of those 4-point nozzles on them, so it comes out in a spread, but you want to make sure you have enough. You don't need a lot of water to get all the soap out, but just enough to where you empty the bottle, but you've done a pretty good job getting the soap off. So basically, as you can see here, pretty simple. And sometimes I am getting water, of course, on these plugs, but it's not really a big deal. That's why they're down there. They're supposed to be sealed against the elements. Pretty easy. Now pretty much I've gotten all the soap off of these. There really isn't any soap remaining, but I'm going to go ahead and use the rest of the water. Just to make sure that I got it all, just use up the rest of the water. Now, of course, I'm going to get some comments about getting these plug wires wet, but you know, when you think about it, as much as you think that water doesn't get up into your engine bay while you've got a storm or the roads are wet, snow, anything else like that, that's why they made these plugs the way that they did, to be protected against the elements. So it would take an awful lot of water. You'd have to soak these in order to get water down there. Now, of course, if you got bad plug wires, then obviously you're going to have a problem, but these were changed when I got the car by the dealership, so they're good, and I'm not really worried about it. But if you look, it may be hard to see, but if you look down there, you can see where oil has started to come down to that cross member there, ever so slightly, just enough to where you notice it, and that's it. That's pretty much it. That's you know, that's just a cleaning fix. That's definitely not going to fix your leak. You're still going to have a leak, and depending on the intensity of the leak, you may have a problem right afterwards. Mine is a very, very small leak, just barely noticeable. I did this twice already, and the last time I did it was about 2 weeks ago, and yesterday was the first time I noticed that the smell was back of the oil. So it should do a pretty good job depending on the leak. Like I said, everybody's case is going to be different, but when I do replace this, I'll get some good video of it, kind of like a tutorial how-to kind of deal. It's actually pretty easy. You just have to remove this this dog bone here, and of course take your coils off, and there's a few other things you got to get off, and then it's pretty simple to get to it. There's you know, a couple bolts that hold it down, and you're all set. A couple hours for a novice, maybe an hour for somebody who's done it a lot. Now the one in the back, which is not leaking fortunately, would be more of a pain in the ass to change, but fortunately right now it's not leaking. Now some of you may be wondering why I don't have my engine dress up, I guess, on here. I took it off. I still have it, but I took it off because it just holds in heat. Now I don't have an aftermarket thermostat or anything else like that, but I, you know, I don't get under the hood enough to really care about it. So anyway, hopefully that helps, and again, use at your own risk.